is start to work on a little bit of that sequence. Now that we saw kind of what heel kick and separate kicks are, let's kind of put them into sequence. So the minor kicking section is separate right, separate left, and then a funky turn that we're going to talk about, and then a heel kick. We've been doing this for 10 years now, and surely you know this. Oh my God. Yeah, there we go. Heel kick left. See, kids, it's okay if you flake sometimes, because it just happened to me. All right, so everybody remember how to get into the separates? From tie high horse? That's correct. So, tie high horse. And for separate right, we're going to step out to a 45 with the left, shift, rotate the hands, and step up. So everybody is here. Lower the hands, open the hands, and kick. Yep. Step wide, lateral, and close that door. Now follow through, so I'm going to shift my weight into the right foot, circle the right hand down, back and around, and it will now be on the inside. Lower the hands, open the hands, kick with the left. Okay, now here's what's coming. Very good, Mr. Loomis. It's a fast turn. Yes, preferably without the hop.
Do you do it on your toes?
No, we're going to talk about that. It's a heel turn. It's the only one that's a heel turn. And here's my spiel on this. These turns are doable even if you have funny knees, because this right knee is my worst. I mean, it is poster child for like the worst knee of all the knees. And if I get it lined up correctly, even I on this just train wreck, I can make that turn. That said, I do not want anybody hurting themselves. There is a way to do it without the fast turn. So, the way you wind up, I'm just going to kind of talk through it right now. So I've done my kick, and it's again, when we're learning it, I would rather see the kick super low, but aligned and balanced, rather than, super high, and then maybe wear yourself out more sooner than you need to when you're practicing. So we're here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this foot in, and my arms are going to go to this side. And what I'm going to do is I'm thinking turn towards the mirror, and I'm going to turn my waist, my shoulder, and this arm is going to go help me turn. Think of like a figure skater on the ice. It's like, it's going to generate the movement. Yes!
Well,
on your heel.
I was trying to be on my heel. But
so that was the right idea. And it is tough on this floor. But, let's see. Here. Now notice I did a little bit of a kickstand with this toe. So just a tiny bit of weight to help me rotate into that. Does that make sense? My pants are long. Tricks for bad knees. Okay.
So how far around do we go?
We are making a quarter turn.
Quarter
Seems
turn.
like it's so much more,
okay.
But it's just a quarter turn.
I was trying for a half turn.
All right, so I'm here. I'm just going towards the mirror. Yep.
When you look at the mirror, your foot should be pointing towards the mirror. But hold more. And then your hips be pointing towards the corner.
Thank you.
So he got ahead of me. I haven't got to that one yet. I was just trying to get the turn, and then we can talk about the fine points. But he's absolutely right. So when you get all the way turned, the right foot should be facing the mirror, and your left hip should be open a little bit. Yes, that's it. So everybody here is looking excellent. Yes. That's
Most.
But the things that I'm seeing that I love is I'm not seeing this. Don't do that. Everybody wants to jump, and there's no popcorn here. There's a little bit of a micro jump maybe, and I don't even like calling it a micro jump. It's just it's enough of a little bit of a lift with momentum to unweight and turn that foot in. And what I was getting at for me, if I need a little help here, you'll watch what this foot does. I'll set this foot down just so that I have a little bit of a pivot point so that I can turn that heel in, that toe in. Does that make sense? You see what I did there? So I'm here, it's just 5% of my weight. My weight is still here, and then just enough to turn those toes in. Hopefully that's helpful. That's the non-jumping way of doing this. But if I'm on a different floor, I don't need that. I can just whoop, because it comes from my waist and this arm turning over. Yes, Mr. Loomis. Yes, how's that feel?
Not bad, I'm just having trouble telling if I'm using my toe or my heel. I think I'm
The
using my
cool
heel.
thing is, this one really won't work if you're using your toe.
So I gotta do it a heel.
It just won't, it's really hard to turn that way. It feels weird.
Yeah,
So you're probably doing it correct.
yeah.
Because you're here,
I use the heel, I can tell.
yeah. The other ones you turn on your toes. So this is the one exception, it's a heel kick. And then what happens is, let's do separate left, wind up, get turned here, like Master Gohring said, this foot's out a little bit, this toe is facing the front, and then you're gonna lead with the wrists, bring up the left knee, arms out, heel kick, bring it back, and you don't put it down because we go into some brush knee pushes. So this particular section has a lot of, this little section here has a lot of like staying on this right leg, because you go from here to here, yes, put it down, get your balance, to here, then you gotta here. So there's like 3 moves where it's right leg intensive.
Just like in the flute, I found that if I actually look where I want to go.
Absolutely, if you look to where you're going, it will help. So same thing, I'm here, I'm already telling myself here, then I'm looking here, and I'm looking here for my brushed knees. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so let's try it together one time, and then we'll pick this up again, yep, on Tuesday. So let's get a single whip. And pat high horse, nice and slow. Good, separate right foot, step out, arms down and around, step up with the right, lower the hands, open the hands, and kick. Separate with the right foot, and then step to here. And then for separate left, circle the arm around, step up with the left foot, lower the hands, arms open, kick, and turn towards the mirror. Heel kick left. And then, if you can, brush knee push towards the opposite. I know, it's a tough one.
Especially with that balance.
It is. So,
I keep working on it all the time.
yeah, this is a really excellent section to practice that balance. So head suspended. I can't stress enough how head suspended will help you with these moves, because it's really easy to kind of get.
Right, and I think that's part of my problem too.
So if you can think, help your body stay in that plane of gravity. So I pivot, but I'm not, out of that plane. That will help. And then kick small and low to feel that balance point. And yeah, you'll get it. Any last questions before we bow out? And know that we will get much more practice on this because, like I said, the rest of the section is mostly kicks with a few transitional moves in between. So we had just started this rotation, so lots of practice. Sound good?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's bow out.
I'll do head instructor.
Bow to intermediate level students and students at home. Master's Path training is dismissed. Good job, everybody.